Welcome back. This is the Don't Get Tricked podcast, and it's your boy, Big Lee.
And y'all already know it's your girl, Drea.
Drea, what's going on? What's new?
Man, our trip, we took our trip. That was fun.
Oh man, I don't even know if I want to talk about that. It was amazing. Key West. We talked about it before we left that we was gonna have a good time, and I think it might have exceeded the expectations. What you think?
Well, speaking for myself, I know I had fun. I think everyone had fun though.
Nah, yeah, it was definitely fun, definitely good.
Some just had more
Yeah.
drinks than others.
some. Hey, that's the crazy thing is, when we talk about it, because there was a couple things for our birthday, me and my wife, and like I really have become that couples, guy, and large part is thanks to the pandemic, and then moving back to Port St. Lucie, where now we do things as couples, and it's not bad. It's been fun.
Yeah.
And especially when you got good friends to do it with. But I became that man that where we playing game night, drinking wine, beer,
Everything including couples.
all inclusive, couples trips, couples retreats. It's good, man, and that's which is a good thing, because season 2, where we go in the direction of talking about couples, talking about family, talking about parenting, talking about everything in the relationships, the ups and downs, the turbulences, the success, the failures, and
the good, bad, and ugly.
everything that come with it. Because guess what? Everybody in the world, deals with it at some point or some, shape or form. So
Right.
it's exciting, and I can't wait to give my expertise on couple and marriage and stuff, because I'm 2 years into the game.
Wow, 2 years.
2 years now. Hey, I don't even know how we did it. We made a pact that after 2 years it was done though. But and you a year into the game. How's that feel?
We keep chucking, I guess.
Oh man, so that means that's a typical marriage answer at this point. And you see like celebrities, that their marriage is in front of everybody,
Right.
so we see it all the time. So take Cardi being Offset. Everybody loved that marriage story, that they
Happy family.
happy, they got their daughter, and
They get each other off the chain gifts.
but now they talk, they gifts, man. Offset for her birthday, did you see, like, got a Rolls Royce, and the baby had like a custom Rolls Royce baby seat? I was like, bro, I don't that might be worth more than anything I spend on my son to total in his lifestyle. But it's but they supposedly going through a divorce. I don't believe they'll get the divorce or nothing, but
Nah, they doing it for social media. I don't think they're gonna get a divorce.
yeah, I don't think so either, man. But that leads us to the question of, what led us to marriage, and people want to know what led you to marriage, and how did it come about?
I guess I've wanted to be married since I was a little girl. That's been my dream, to get married, have the family, the house, just what it is, the family, what's the Family Guy thing when they all a big happy family? That cartoon thing?
Family Guy?
I guess so, whatever.
I don't know if you had a Family Guy or the Flintstones or
we one of them families. I had that that imagination. And so so when I met my husband, I'm like, okay, he seemed like he potentially can be a good husband.
And now, did you know, when you met him, at what point was it like, okay, it could be a husband or not a relationship?
Well, the very beginning, he like swiped me off my feet.
Sweat?
Huh?
Swiped or swept?
Swiped, swept.
Swept.
He did something.
He did something. Had you over the moon.
Right? He swept me up off my feet, and yeah, he was taking me out, and we was traveling, and we were on the beach laying up like couples, and yeah, we just was having fun. And I'm like, man, this man seemed like he's too perfect. Like, he seemed good.
And he is all into you.
Yes, and he was crazy about me. So that was another thing. And then I don't know, we just kept going strong, and then I eventually, introduced him to my daughter. And then, once you have love for my kids, it's like all over. I have love for you. So he came into my daughter's life at 6 months, 7 months. And so he's been there since, and he helped her walk. He the one that taught her how to walk. And it's just been he been going hard ever since. So yeah, so we met or whatever. We started our little, dating. Then within a year, before a year, we moved in together. Mm-hmm. So you know what they say, the real person come out when y'all live together.
Yeah, and that's another point, is like, you have some that try to do it old school too, and wait till they married until moving in together,
and don't know each other.
Yeah, and like, you don't know, like, the guy might be leaving the toilet seat up all the time when he not, now that he's living with you, and that might be a little pet peeve of yours or something like that. Or she might have her makeup everywhere, and it'd be like, bro, like, why is this makeup not like picked up? But you don't know that really until you move together. Mm-hmm. Because then your guard, it comes down some at that point. And I give like my background of it, with me and my wife. We were dating for a couple of years, just enjoying, having fun. And it got to a point where we the story. We stopped talking, then we got back talking. And at that point, like I said, I wanted to see if we could be friends, and not just, things that was physical. So, like, hey, like, let's go travel, let's hang out, let's go do these things. And then I wanted to also see if she can hang out with my friends, because I know I'm a big friend person. Like, I take a lot of my friends that become family, and we go do different things. So I was traveling to Atlanta, I was traveling to LA. Mm-hmm. And then some of my friends was going out there too. Like, we was in LA for All-Star weekend. Like, hey, she got to hang out with them, become cool with them. And that made me like, oh, I could be with this person. And
we went to the Heat game. Was it the Heat game?
Yeah. We went to the Heat versus Boston game with my friends that had.
I first met her.
Had you and your husband. I had two other couples. They were down from North Dakota, and like I said, I started just to hang out with her, just to see that side of her, that like, hey, let's see where her heart is and what her mind is. And then she got pregnant.
Too much fun, huh?
Yeah, we started having a lot of a little more fun, and
a lot of physicalness came out of it.
Yeah, and the pregnancy wasn't like right away and stuff, and it was like, okay, once that happened, it's like preparing to be a father.
All right.
And like I said, we were together at that point for 2 to 3 years at that point. Like, we've been messing with each other. And I'm a believer, like I said, because even before she got pregnant, I was trying to set it up to, in a fall time, to try to ask her to marry me. What she said, yeah. But I was gonna ask her. I know, like, my intentions beforehand. Hers, she might have been like, thanks for this trip. Now it's gonna be awkward. But I was planning to go to Paris. I had my best friend, basically my two best friends, my cousin and my other best friend. I was trying to get them and their wives to come with me to Paris. Because that was our plan. Like we were like, oh, we want to go to Paris. And of course, before this pandemic, when you could travel, and but she got pregnant, and by the time she would have been 6-7 months by then.
Oh,
so
couldn't travel.
Yeah, like and not gonna travel all the way to Paris. So it was just gonna get extended. But then we were planning to go to the Dominican Republic for our birthday. So it's like, oh, birthday / baby moon. I'm like, okay, let's go to DR. She's never been to Punta Cana because she's from DR, but when she go there, she got to go back home. And but before that, it was like, you know, like I said, I had it in my mind, let's get married. At some point, I wanted to marry her, and okay, let's get married. So everything sped up. We got engaged on September 1st, married September 23rd. And like I said, I'm not, if this is gonna be the woman I plan to be with, it don't matter if I get married today in the courthouse or a big wedding, you know, sometime in the future where you got time to plan.
Right.
And you and your husband was there, where, you know, y'all helped me, especially because it was your birthday. You had just got back. So, you know, we made reservations at a restaurant and made it seem like it was time for you. And I went and got the ring. I told your husband, hook me up. And
I still thought it was my birthday.
Yeah.
And it wasn't about me.
Wasn't about you, you know. Then we said the prayer. And as saying the prayer, got down on one knee. So when she opened her eyes, you know, said some sweet nothings into her. And then she said yes. So that was our proposal. And then, like I said, so how was your proposal though? How did that go down?
So Valentine's Day, I had to work. The day after Valentine's Day, he took me down south. He said he wanted to do something or hang out. And so we, at that time, Lee and his wife was living down south. So we went to his house. Next thing you know, my husband leaves. And he's gone for hours. I'm like, bruh, Lee, what is me at? Like, come on now. And he like, I don't know. Maybe, you know, they say the day after Valentine's Day, that's the side chick day. So maybe he with his side chick.
Gassing it up. Hey, he had me be the decoy.
I'm like, bruh.
Keep my man busy.
I'm like, bruh, come on now. Like, why this man? So Lee about to get the man like head chopped off, okay? So his wife at the time was like, well, maybe, you know, he got a ring for you and he left it in Port St. Lucie and he has to go all the way back and get it. I'm like, nah. In that case, like, why drive all the way to Port St. Lucie? He might as well wait till I get back home or propose and then say, well, I left the ring, so I'll give it to you when we get home.
Hey, that would be, how would you react to that? Like, I left the ring and I didn't feel like driving way back up there.
I wouldn't have no problem with it as long as I knew it was a ring I was coming home to.
Yeah. And then my wife didn't know nothing. I knew, you know, but she ready to mess it all up. Like, oh, maybe he gonna propose to you. Like, hey, yo, like, be quiet.
Right. Yeah. So he finally, you know, come and he was like, he rushing in the door, get ready. So I had to shower, get ready and stuff. And then he takes me, we go to the Hard Rock. So we went to a restaurant. It was nice or whatever. And then I'm thinking, you know, that's it. I'm like, I know this ain't it. Like,
or maybe you were the side piece on that day. No.
So I'm thinking like, okay, well, if he was gonna propose to me, he's gonna propose to me here in this restaurant. So it didn't happen. So I'm like, well, that must not be it.
So during that time, you were thinking he was proposing?
Yeah, like your wife already put it in my head.
Oh man.
So I'm like, well, if he was gonna, I'm trying to think of everything that possibly could take him so long. So I'm like, well, if he was gonna propose, wouldn't it be here? So I'm thinking, I'm waiting for people to come out and do something or something.
Have a mariachi band singing for you or something.
something. Like I'm thinking, something was gonna go on as long as he took. So then,
What was the worst case scenario you were thinking?
um, I don't know. I'm just thinking like, okay, what is taking this man so long? So I'm thinking, okay, maybe he went and hung out with like, met up with some friends or family or something. Or maybe he like everything is going through my head.
Yeah.
Maybe he is gonna propose, but it's not, it's gonna be at this restaurant. Once I seen we was leaving a restaurant and I haven't got proposed to, I'm like, well, what could it be? Well, maybe, he got something, we finna go to the beach or something, or he planned something for us to go to or something like that. So I'm just thinking all these different scenarios. So when we was leaving, he was like, hold on, I have to get something from my cousin. So we go upstairs to the rooms, and then when we get to the door, he was like, close your eyes. I'm like, what? He was like, close your eyes. So I closed my eyes, I walk in the door, and when he was like, open your eyes, he was on one knee proposing. And I started screaming and crying, and then and then his friends jumped out the corner. Like they recorded the whole video, and I did not know they was in there. Like it was crazy.
It was a good setup. So he did good then.
He actually did good. I don't give him credit on being creative or romantic because he's not. But that night he was very good.
So it was worth the wait.
I guess so.
Yeah. So everything it worked out for the two of us. Obviously, uh, things that led us to marriage. Then you got your wedding day, which
Right.
we get more into like wedding days and the lead up to that. And should we do big celebrations
Mm-hmm.
and our small ones? What's your preference? Some people don't believe in marriage
All
and
right.
things like that. But like I said, that's what led me to marriage. I have enjoyed my 2 years of marriage so far. It's I don't know if it's everything I dreamed, but there's times where it's like, bruh, this thing is a headache because y'all know females.
No, males.
Y'all know females,
Males. It's the
and trust
males.
me, and I be knowing what her husband go through. Working with her every day, I know what he go through.
No, I just told him the other day, I don't know how his wife put up with him.
Come on, my people out there, y'all know me. It's your boy, Big Lee. Everybody puts up with me. Everybody can. No, I don't
No,
think it,
he just think he's so funny, y'all. He is not no comedian. Like,
man. But hey, I'm telling you though, their marriage is not as good as mine, but no, but
yeah.
it's been a fun thing, and like I said, even being that couples like man now, like where we do couples things,
Mm-hmm.
it's been fun. I've been trying to get some other of my friends and have their wives come and do stuff with us, and they hopefully at some point they take. Even though, hey, I got this one couple trying to steal the members from us.
There it is.
They trying to steal it. They trying to steal the from us and take them into their circle, and they slowly leaving us. And but we'll keep you stay tuned. So you got anything else to add to this part of it?
No, I think we covered everything.
Yeah, like I said, it's a fun thing. Marriage is fun. It's what you make of it. Uh, don't have a stale marriage. Don't get caught up in the cycle of repeating, just coming home, going doing stuff with your kids in terms of schoolwork, dinner, and then go to sleep, go to work, and you repeat that same cycle.
Yeah, you definitely.
Get out there and enjoy, have fun. That's why we have them come over, or we go over there wherever we down to go wherever and just have last night we went out to dinner. Just even if that, but
You
enjoy it.
definitely have to
Enjoy it.
change
Yeah.
it up because it gets boring doing the same thing over
Yeah.
and over and over.
So with that, like you said, you can find us on social media, Mrs. Members, LA the King, Don't Get Tricked, IG. Yeah, you can email us at jack5@gmail.com. And then also our website is coming soon, www.dgtpodcast.com. So be on the lookout for all of that. And with that, we out.
Bye.
Peace.